Okay, so I'm just doing our evening chores, which obviously includes making sure everything's ready for tomorrow. And I don't know what I was thinking or not thinking. Work smarter, not harder. Sometimes you just get in the routine of doing something and you don't realize that there's a better way to do it. And we always break our ice out of the troughs in the morning. And all of our YouTube family members are like, why don't you just empty the buckets at night before you have to do the ice again in the morning? So we're gonna give that a go, because that makes sense. So I just threw a whole bunch of warm water into the trough today so that I can clean it out. I can't do that with the horses because the horses' trough stays in with them. They have water all night. The piggies have a smaller one, but I can definitely do it for the bigger troughs because that just makes so much more sense. So cleaning and rinsing these out with warm water. I can always rinse them a little more in the morning, but definitely gonna make dumping these things part of my evening chores from now on. Okay, we're empty, ready for a new day tomorrow. It's 10 p.m. on the 27th, and Philip and I just went outside. We always do a really late night animal check. And I went outside to grab some extra feed for the chicks, and I wanted to check on the girls, Freda and Ragna, and see how they're doing, because I've been telling you, I've been watching them literally around the clock because I was trying to determine whether or not I thought that they were expecting piglets or not. And I knew I missed their heat cycles, so now I have no idea exactly how far along they are or if they are for sure. But if you ask me, I'm going with my gut, and if I can see how big these girls were just laying on their sides, they all lay like pigs in a blanket. It's the cutest thing ever, the three of them. They're in their toasty warm all together, and these girls are big. It's so hard to tell when they're standing up, but when they lay on their sides, you can definitely tell that they are way bigger in their belly and in their teat than normal. Philip was just feeling the side of Ragna's side, and he was sure he felt something. And that was just from us like reaching over. We didn't want to disturb them too much because obviously they're already resting and like in bed for the night. And usually when they see us come out, they think it's time to play and rumble, but I wanted them to stay cozy and warm. He was sure he felt something. I'm learning as I go here, but I'm pretty sure that we need to make some preparations and fast. So I'm off to the hardware store. We're gonna get some supplies. I have both boys and Philip home today. We're gonna knock this out. Hopefully we can finish it between today and tomorrow because clock is ticking, I think. I really don't know. They could be 2 more months. They could be tomorrow. Lucky for us today, although it's super windy, it's actually +4 today. This is a perfect day to have a whole day to be able to work together outside. It's barely cold out. I was in a hoodie doing farm chores this morning. So that is meant to be that today's the day we're all gonna be able to work outside all together because we're gonna get so much done because we're not gonna have to go in for a bunch of breaks to warm up. Perfect. How many we got?
Oh, there's about 30 up there more. So.
All right, I just need 25 of your best ones. All right, we're getting our wood loaded up. And now I'm going to get some screws. I need to have some screws to build with my 2x4s. Bulk screws, always cheaper than buying them in that container. I think I'm gonna do 3 inches. Well, we made some progress. We have an empty corner here. We're ready to get another vehicle in. We're gonna line up a lot of our vehicles and some of our supplies that we don't use every day along this way. The quad that we operate every day is gonna go in the middle here. This is a project KTM that Philip and Chase are gonna be working on. So that's super fun. They have a whole bunch of parts over here. You can see we're making big headway in this space. We wanna sweep out everything and then line up the rest of the dirt bikes over here. And then this side is going to be all the stalls and then a big walkway to be able to get access to all the gates. The piggies are not happy with me right now. They're like, let us out to help. Woo, we almost have a garage. Well, we have half of a garage. Just ignore this side for now. Dayton's sweeping. Chase and I and Philly are moving everything over. We've organized a whole bunch of our stuff that we want to keep on this side. Everything in here is so dusty. We need to wash, give everything a wash. It'll be perfect because then Chase's quad will go in the middle and that's the one we drive in and out every day, right? And yeah, if we're gonna get Dad's out right now or something, he can just pull out and drive from there. Yeah. Also gives you guys room in the middle if you're gonna work on the KTM.
Yeah.
That's sick. They decided to take a little snooze while we were working. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. Ragna, Freda, Erickson. Oh my goodness gracious. We are making huge progress. We have, I would say, 95% of the garage done. I'll show you from the other side. Voila! We're just finishing this tabletop, and we're gonna get the shelves and these hooks off the wall so that they're not in the space where I'm going to have some of my little holding pen areas right here. And then when they're done their little nap, we're going to take all this down. Once they're done their little nap, they can play outside for a bit before dark, and we're gonna get all this torn down, and I can get all the bedding out of their bed so that I can start building my first areas. One of the things that we always have to do is pull their bedding away from the door to get out the door every morning. So we hop over, because this was just temporary, which is kind of a pain. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do 4 stalls across, or if I want to just do 3 and start it after the door so that we can go out this door and open it freely where there's not an actual bed there, because it's kind of annoying that there's a bed there, but I do like the idea of having the 4th stall. So we'll have to see what we kind of do here once we get building. I'm gonna get the shelf down. I do want to have a couple of shelves in here so I can make a little feeding station, but for now.
I mean, obviously the babies are gonna come in the coldest month of the year, right?
It is a nice live edge piece. We might as well keep that for something.
Just to debark this thing.
Yeah, now it's just falling off.
Yeah, it's so dry from in here.
Kindling for tonight. What I'm thinking is gonna happen is probably we're gonna get this all situated, get them outside, take this down, have all their bedding outside, probably go in and have a bite to eat, and then come out and build. And then what we'll probably be doing is I'll probably be staying up super late tonight building through the night so that I can get as much progress done on this as possible in case we need it sooner than we think. Luckily it's not like freezing cold right now. I mean, it's not. Definitely gonna need to get some warmer clothes on before I come back out soon. We might as well just do 6 foot, because that will, I guess, go straight to this one. We're gonna end up moving them again later, but I'm not willing to take their stall down until we know we have a spot for 3 of them, because if for some reason we don't get done tonight, then there's nowhere for them to go. So we decided we're going to do 4 feet tall so that no matter what type of animal we have in here, we're good for height. So that's 41. You just double check your points throughout. 1. I know that's 41. poultry net staples. We're going to use these to attach the fencing. Okay. You want me to move this
Just
out of
one
the
more
way?
spin,
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we chose 4 feet then, because we don't have to cut the height of the.
Yeah, we meant to do that.
We meant to do that. We meant to do that.
I also like on this fence that there's larger squares at the top and smaller squares at the bottom. It's just gonna it's gonna help keep the little piggies in, so they can't squeeze through the bigger holes.
And also, I like that they'll be able to see through them, because Ragna and Freda are definitely going to want to be able to see each other. All 3 of them have always been together, right? So I think it's going to be better, because if we had like a solid wall, then I really see each other. I feel like just because they've always been together, that they're going to like that, to be able to see through. It's going to get wedged in between the front piece, right? Any sharp edges for any accidents. Thinking that if either one of these girls actually has piglets soon, people all over the world are going to hear me squealing with excitement. Oh my gosh, can you even imagine? Okay, we didn't get as much done as we wanted to today, but there's just never enough hours in the day. We're gonna keep working. We're gonna work through the night. We need to, by literally sunrise tomorrow, have 3 complete stalls made, or at the very most tomorrow, just have the gates to build. Because if I have to get her in there and do something in the front, like, midnight tonight, then I can do that. But we were for sure gonna finish this first stall so that if Freda needs to be in here tonight, she can. And then we're going to tear that down in a couple of minutes so we have all the cutting done for each of the stalls. So we're gonna tear down their area. They're gonna play outside for an hour. We're gonna get this into this spot. We have a lot to do still, and it's actually so time consuming, and we need to put on about 1 million of these little staple covers again. Once we get them all, like the bases of this done, we need to go around and tack all of it up like crazy. And then we need to make some little birthing rails to make sure that no piggies get suffocated under their mama. We got to do that. We're gonna do that in 2 stalls So I think Erickson's gonna be by the door. We're gonna have Freda or Ragna in the middle and Freda or Ragna on the side. I guess we'll let them choose where they'd like to have their babies or where they'd like to sleep. And then we're gonna be keeping them apart. Freda keeps peeing like every 2 seconds. So something's telling me that I need to like make sure this is done for sure tonight. If I'm wrong and we don't have piglets for 6 months, who cares? But I'm guessing she's definitely pregnant. We're gonna go in, edit today's video, have something to eat, wish us luck, send some good luck for Freda and Ragna, because who knows what's gonna happen with them right now. And we'll see you tomorrow for the rest of this, for sure. You're gonna see the finished, completed project by end of day tomorrow for day 29. Oh, and I made a mistake on yesterday's video. There's 31 days in January, so our celebration for 30 days will be on the 31st, because we're just gonna finish off the whole first month. So stay tuned for that. We have a really fun surprise for you guys for our full month of daily uploads. So I love you, piggies love you, Philly loves you, and we will see you tomorrow.